It's astrology time, and today is Saturday, or Catterday as we like to call it, the 8th of August. So the 8-8 is here, right? 8-8, 26, right? 2-6 equals 8, right? 3 8s. So you got 888 angel numbers all around, right? And if you throw the 20 in there, it changes it a lot. However, let's talk about this, because apart from two aspects that happen in the wee hours of the morning, the astrology for today is actually a focused moon in Gemini. So what do we got for Gemini? Well, it starts at 4:30 in the morning. So communication is definitely the key, but we're going to have to use our words carefully. We're going to use them to educate. We're going to use them to inspire, right? We don't want to start dividing or anything like that. Words that lead to actions are going to be the most fraught over, right? It's not going to seem right. Our actions encompass some of the flaws of Gemini, resulting in scattered ideas and responses. So scattered ideas, scattered responses, talking way too much, and playing lightly with the truth. Now, negative qualities. Why? Because Mars would happen to be in that anaretic degree that highlights some of the negative aspects of Mercury very strongly. So, and Mars will not be going, Mars is going to be going into Cancer very soon. So what do we got? So our actions, they encompass some of those flaws, and it would kind of get wrapped up in those words as well. So look, this is reminiscent of a wild goose chase for weapons of mass destruction in the days of yore, right? The society will demand better, and you should too, from yourself and from others. Today's keyword is elevation. So we're going to try to elevate that vibration today. And the color is a blinking yellow caution light. That's right, because we're going to have to slow down. Even though it seems like we're here at this 808 portal, we're not going to be able to fully take advantage of it, and we're not going to be able to get our vibration sufficiently high enough until the 12th, until we go through that solar eclipse, until we go through that new moon that we're going to experience in Leo. So 808 is the number of financial abundance. Okay, it's personal power and infinite potential. Yep, it's got like little infinity signs all over it, right? You just turn it on its side. This is your opportunity to claim that power. Jupiter trine Saturn is telling us that this is earned. Now, Jupiter's trine Saturn, that's really cool because the sun was just trine Saturn. So now we have the moon that's both sextile the sun and Saturn as well. So it's kind of a little mini creative grand trine, but just an emotional one, right? So what is it that we're trying to get through, and what is it that we're trying to do? And what is it that we need to, almost like a rite of passage to get through? Think about that, because if you've been held back a little bit, if you feel like something's holding you back from experiencing the entire gamut of what's happening right now and what we're bringing about, this is your signal that it's going to be okay. Once we get through that, once we have Mercury and Mars both in place, and we have Venus in place in Libra, we have these things that are all working towards what we're working towards where we're headed, okay? We just there are signals all over the place. There are numbers, there are angel numbers, there are things, such as the date today, that are telling us that we're on the right track, but we just have to be able to trust our intuition. And Mercury is going to be leaving. He has already left Cancer and gone into Leo. So now this changes our thinking and our mindset, and it could get a little reckless. However, Mars is going to be staying in Cancer, so that's going to keep us in the watery places, and it's going to slow our actions down a little bit, which because Mars is not comfortable there, right? Just as Venus was not comfortable in Virgo, Mars is not comfortable in Cancer. However, we should have enough intuition going for us, and enough trust that we've built upon ourselves, and we've gone deep enough inside that we should be able to parse this somewhat and be able to gradually put things together that are going to be making a huge difference for us come Virgo season, Scorpio season, and Sagittarius season, and quite possibly even Capricorn. So, and these are tangible results, right? These are going to be little mileposts that we can plot our our progress as to where we're heading, what kind of abundance we want to come into. Now, look, you already claimed the power, right? This is yours. Now you have to just pick the direction and then you're off, right? You pick the direction, you're off. Now, whatever course you choose, it is your responsibility to have it narrowed down. Okay, we do not want to be scattered, because that's what that energy of Mars in Gemini is doing right now, is scattering it, okay? You should already have it narrowed down in your mind, and don't allow it to scatter anymore, because we're going to have to focus on that come the 12th. Now, make sure that what you do is you're going to deliver consistently and predictably, okay? You have to be very, very consistent with this, because that's what Cancer is going to demand from Mars, right? And Mars is going to do something there. It's got to be reliable. It's got to be nurturing in a way, but it also has to be in a way that it's going to enhance the overall security of our position that we're in. And we do that by slowing things down and by doing things very deliberately, consistently, and predictably. You want to avoid conflict, because that's what we want to do. Avoid harsh words or anything else that could possibly lower your vibration, especially until Mars reaches that point where he will enter Cancer. So now, Gemini is not just about communication, though. So think about it. That the difficulty that we're having in Gemini right now, it's also our logic, our senses, and how we think. Now, Mercury entering that anti-retrograde degree of Cancer, and this combined with Mars exiting Gemini, is going to be a powerful 1-2 punch that will deliver only after we protect ourselves from the incoming blows of these aneretic degrees, right? The mistruths, the insecurities, right? We could be feeling insecure, and that could lead to some missed words too, some fighting words. We want to avoid that, because we know that, put up your block yourself, protect yourself. That way, when we move into the new, after the 12th, you will feel that you will feel this, and you will have more power coming out of that than you would have even before you went into it. Now, with Mars moving into that Cancer, the sign he doesn't like, actions, like we told you, defensive, guarded, and based on our intuition, right? That warrior knows where to defend instinctively. The gut reaction. This will keep Mercury in check and our progress steady, just so we keep that steady rhythm. Now, undaunted by any of the warnings, we will gladly. You want to be, if you're not undaunted, if you're undaunted by any of these warnings, we'll gladly proclaim our ascension to a higher timeline to any who will listen. Right? To our own vibrational detriment. That's right. You do not want to be shouting and saying, hey, everything's changed. This is going to be wonderful. You have to go through it first. You're going to have to really do that slow simmer, okay? Keep everything to yourself. Keep this to yourself for now, okay? And this is going to keep your vibration high and your inner light burning that much stronger if we just focus on what it is we have to do and do it in that disciplined way, okay? Now, I don't know how our keyword got to elevation, because we're trying to stay elevated, but the way we're doing it is by delivering consistently, predictably, and just making sure that we're focused on that. And this is hard for me, trust me. I'm a sun sign Aries. So, my natural inclinations are like cardinal energy off the charts, right? I just want to go, transform everything. I want to just make it so. But this way, doing it this way, we're actually we're able to use ideas, and we're implementing ideas creatively. And that's where this is going to morph for you and change and actually turn into something way better and way more beautiful than you could possibly do just all by yourself, just by the force of your own will. No, there's some things that we have to build, and we build it the right way. And this is definitely one of them, okay? And this is going to be even better than it was last year, because last year we had Saturn in there with some limitations in that whole cradle and creative mini grand trine. We didn't have the cradle, but we had the creative mini grand trine and all of that. And Saturn was very much involved with that. And it kind of held it down just a little bit. Now, what we're building with ourselves and those limitations in mind. However, those are outside of the general flow of where our creativity is going to take us and what kind of abundance it's going to deliver in the future. So that's what I have for you. Now, let's think about this, because in 1576, the cornerstone is laid for Tycho Brahe's observatory in Uraniborg, and that's in Denmark, which, when built, becomes the world's most advanced research institution. And our birth is in 1170. Saint Dominic. He's a Castilian Catholic priest and the founder of the Dominican order. And he's the patron saint of astronomers. Hey, Tycho Brahe. Born in Caleruega in Spain. And he died in 1221. And that's all we have for you. So thank you for joining me. Our keyword, which we lamented, is elevation. And the color is a blinking yellow light. I want you to be cautious, okay? Getting a little bit more optimistic, but we also have to watch our words. Today is a 6. Happy astrocatting.